What's up, guys, and welcome back to the ProDota National Cup. We're in the loser bracket semis, game 3. We're going to take all. It's going to be Romania on the dire side this time versus team area of Yugoslavia on the Radiant. Push prevailed in game 2 as Romania were beating down for a long time for a push draft, honestly. Like 30-40 minutes usually is when a push draft starts to lose its steam, but for Yugoslavia, they just could not hold their base up against the Nature's Prophet mostly, and well, that's why we're going to see it banned out. I'm Mikelorus, going to be your caster for this game, and let's see what we have on the docket for this one. Should be an Invoker first pick. I'm predicting that one. Maybe Cole's performance... No, I mean, Cole did fine last game. Maybe, like, because they lost last game with an Invoker, they may think that it's, like, not the pick or whatever. But I still think it should be the first pick here. Maybe you go for Vengeful Spirit, although was not convinced that Mitch's Venge play... I mean, it was up against a rough lane, like that was a very jank start. But, yeah, not really sure if that would be more powerful than the Invoker, which is going to be the first pick. Now, there are two heroes I want to keep my eyes open for, the Pudge on Yugoslavia, if they feel like that's time to break that one out. I feel like that's probably not super likely. Romania also have been known to run Timbersaw for no other reason than it being Timbersaw. So, kind of hoping for that, but... Otherwise, well, with no Nature's Prophet on the fields, it's going to be no Darkseer, no Lone Druid. Bans are definitely changing up a little bit over the course of these matches, Darkseer and Nature's Prophet especially, being the ones that are swapped in. Kind of weird to see them being banned out over the Invoker, which, I mean, it's been doing some serious work. Those Sunstrikes have been backbreaking. And of course, Wex EMP, we are going to maybe see that explored in this game, depending on what Team Romania pick up here. But aside from that, how do they want to open up? Bane once again? Yeah, the Bane play was pretty much on point. I do believe it was Razevan who was playing that one. His management of, you know, nightmares and scripts and whatever, it's pretty much just pure textbook play from the Bane last time. You gotta do what you gotta do to lock down as many heroes as you can. But what do they want to do to actually combo up with this Bane? Last time it was pure, sheer aggression over in that bottom lane. And it was probably not as successful as Team Romania actually wanted it to be. But, you know, with the Bane, you could definitely switch things around a lot. You typically just have your lanes more or less locked down, or, you know, whatever Bane's lane is going to be. That lane is usually pretty short up. You can roam around decently as well, depending on who else is on your side. But it seems like staying open here, staying generic, should be a little bit more preferable for Team Romania. Last time it was Nature's Prophet, which I thought early on was just a little bit too overcommitting towards the push. The counterplay wasn't exactly there in spades from Team Yugoslavia, to be fair, but this is a much easier way of staying open here for Team Romania. Slaughter and Bane doesn't indicate pretty much anything. Like, I guess you can kind of go into a push strategy for this if you're Team Romania. It's not going to be the best, but you can if you really want to, man. You could also, you know, go Timbersaw, just saying. But Dazzle, the second pick, it is going to be run back from Game 1. In fact, the opening looking very similar to Game 1, so much so that it's going to be the Beastmaster to be booted out. As Team Romania, remember what happened in that game was kind of messy. But yeah, Slaughter, Bane, easy 1-2 setup there. Most likely it's going to be a lane pairing there. Whether it's in the bottom lane or top lane, honestly, it doesn't really matter too much. Just they have to look towards their other lanes and make sure that those are fine. Specifically, their matchup versus the Invoker. OD has not been banned out, and Team Romania found some pretty decent success in lane versus the Invoker. If they have some sort of fallback, so that once the OD's power level decreases from the laning stage and is in that kind of awkward mid-game stage where he doesn't have anything except for like a force staff, then they should be fine. And Slaughter's an okay hero at doing that. They grab a semi-decent solo off-lane hero, and they should be good to go, matchup-wise versus the Invoker at any rate. And the Brewmaster did just fine as well, so I don't expect to see Brewmaster third picked here for Team Romania, despite how successful it was in the last game. But yeah, the Invoker seems like the lane matchup. Romania not super scared of that. They do have a little bit of minus armor right now, going for Roshan on the dire side. Slightly easier for Romania, so maybe they're going to go a little bit deeper into that category. Heroes like TA, usually pretty good at killing off Roshan, probably shouldn't be considered until 4th or 5th. But Gyrocopter, Beastmaster, pretty much the engine from game 1, which is going to be completely banned out. But, you know, much like I was saying, Slaughter, Bane keeping themselves open for Romania. Same thing is being done here from Team Yugoslavia. Dazzle Invoker doesn't indicate a single thing. It was last time. Ended up being weird push. Pugna being mixed in there. But it's definitely not going to be the case all the time, as Team Romania are going to keep themselves open with Queen of Pain. Their tempo game is going to be pretty much on point. The matchups seem pretty clean. Queen of Pain versus Invoker is just fine for the co-op. There's no huge setup right now for the Invoker's Sunstrike, although Vengeful Spirit is still in the pool if they really want to go for that. It's not the best, but it's something. Romania just are going to be on the get kills with the ambush type plan. Queen of Pain, Slaughter, assuming Slaughter is going to get a Blink Dagger at a reasonable time, very easily get kills out of nowhere. Translate those kills into a tower here and there. Not all the time, since Queen of Pain and Slaughter aren't exactly great pushing heroes versus structures. They could definitely make it work, as long as they have some sort of fallback option. It seems like now Slaughter is going to be getting less farm. I might even say that he's not going to be joined by the Bane at all in the laning phase, which is fine. Offlane Slaughter with the Queen of Pain keeping tempo, making space for some sort of safe laner to either farm up and go really deep into the late game, or otherwise just chill and get those 1 or 2 items up, a Blink Dagger or an Armlet or, you know, a BKB. Those early game items, depending on who the hero is. Visage. Whenever you see a Visage, you have to consider Drow Ranger. I don't really think this is the game for it. Romania already have Slaughter, Queen of Bane, Bane's also in different ways good up against that Drow Ranger, just being able to control her buddies, keeping her at arm's length. I think this might just be Visage for Visage's sake. It was previously a Visage and a Sven, picked up by Romania on the Radiant side. It doesn't really seem like that's fantastic here. The armor is certainly nice versus the Slaughter. But aside from that, oh wow, Romania gonna go run back the Jakiro. So, yeah, as I was saying, the Romania side, they've kept themselves pretty wide open, and it is gonna be a Drow Ranger. Okay, that's pretty bold, honestly, from the Team Yugoslavian side. Since Romania can very easily put the Slaughter in the off lane, we'll have a really, really bad time versus the Drow Ranger Visage. Maybe Dazzle, maybe not. But, like, despite how poor or how well the Slaughter is going to be doing, Team Romania now have a chance to grab a perfect anti-Drow Ranger hero. And the last selection for the Yugoslavian side almost, you know, kind of has to be some sort of space buying hero, some sort of I'm going to bail you out hero. And Dazzle is already kind of that hero, but you know, Dazzle keeps your Drow Ranger from dying. Dazzle doesn't reposition the Drow Ranger to keep her away from the Slaughter and Queen of Pain so that she doesn't die entirely. That's what Vengeful Spirit does, and that's why she's going to get banned out. Not really sure where that hero would fit in. Probably like a solo safe lane Vengeful Spirit with an aggressive Drow. That seems kind of shaky. By the way, Team Romania's Jakiro selection is going to be that payoff hero. That's the hero that is going to make use of the space. Not to farm up, but to take the towers. So once the Queen of Pain and Slaughter do their job, once they get that pick off on, oh, say, a Drow Ranger, then those towers are going to fall afterwards. Jakiro's the engine, even if he's played as a pure support role. And of course that opens up the door for Team Romania to give the farm space that's provided to another hero. Again, if you're looking at Drow Ranger counters, any sort of blinker, any sort of hero that loves to get into the face of Drow Ranger, those are the heroes that you want to be looking out for. I love me some PA. I feel like that's like the best hero you can have versus Drow Ranger in a vacuum. It will not be the worst hero here for Team Romania, but you know, Broodmother as the laning counter is definitely worthy enough to be banned out by Mitch. Visage, Drow Ranger with the option of adding Dazzle. It's a pretty potent lane. Again, if it's going up against Slaughter, then Slaughter doesn't stand a chance in hell there. Just so much lockdown, and sprints may not even help you enough to really be worth using ever. Team Romania, can they grab an Undying again and then just pressure bottom lane?
5 seconds.
Because, you know, Drow Ranger, Visage, Dazzle, they're really great at the slow poking war. But Undying is up against 3 really paper-thin heroes at that point, and he might just be king. Definitely consideration here for Team Romania. Just run back the same lanes from last time. The same bottom lane, at least. Oh, no. Okay, well, here we go. I said I wanted it, and it looks like I'm going to get it. Okay, sorry guys, I got some stuff in the background. All right, but Timbersaw is the pick for Team Romania. This is their comfort zone. This is what they do. Is that good up against what the Radiant side are doing? It's not bad for sure. I mean, the Timbersaw is going up against an Invoker, and that is a rough spot for a Timbersaw to be in for sure, especially if we have a Wex Invoker. But Abaddon is the last pick. Ooh, this is interesting. I don't know how these lanes are actually going to look right now from the Radiant side, but Timbersaw is here. They can get into the base of the Drow Ranger. Does have to fear the Gust. These flags are not correct. Wait, were they correct? Oh, they are correct. Holy hell, I'm a genius. But yeah, Drow Ranger's Gust is going to be pretty good up against the Timbersaw, but yeah, she's not really going to survive being put into a Chakram and stuff like that. Dazzle will have to be there every single time. And as far as the lanes are concerned, for Team Romania, this Timbersaw, I don't really see having a bad time, especially with this last pick of the Abaddon. If it is just going to be Grazine going up towards top lane with a Dazzle, I've seen an A-team running this before. I'm not really sure if it was them. I think it might have been. A very aggressive Abaddon play. You just say, screw the Mistcoil, I'm just going to go ahead and get Curse of Avernus and just start beating down. He got, like, a Vlad's first, something like that. As his first, like, real big item, not, like, rushing first before boots. But, yeah, it worked out decently. The problem is, I don't really know if it's going to work up against a Timbersaw. Because if you try to bum rush a Timbersaw, try to just get into a fist fight, usually Timbersaw is going to be okay with that. Like, he'll not be super okay at level 1. Reactive Armor is great for keeping yourself alive, but as far as trading hits, it gets really difficult once the Timber Chain comes up. 4-second cooldown up against an Abaddon is no joke. So this laning situation is maybe going to make or break the Radiant side draft. Actually, for Team Romania, everything pretty much just plays itself. They see synergy. He has Timber Chain. He'll get up to the high ground. Luckily for him, that's no longer a blocking path because Ice Frog is merciful. Yeah, but, the Queen of Pain mid lane kind of plays itself. Slardar... Oh, no, it's a support Slardar. Okay, it doesn't play itself. He's going to be joining Massacre down in the bottom lane with Razevan. Slardar kind of being tagged out, or Undying being tagged out for the Slardar to be tagged in. And this time it's going to be going up against an Abaddon Dazzle, who are actually going to be going bottom lane instead of top versus the Timbersaw. Now, this is probably better across the board for Yugoslavia. Victor can only poke at synergy so much. Of course, once a reactive armor comes up. Drow Ranger has gone for the aura already, which this doesn't look like an aura to me. This looks like Ice Breath, a skill called Ice Breath. But yeah, but Drow Ranger, she'll be able to poke and prod at the Timbersaw 24/7. Reactive armor is good, but once Drow Ranger gets level 5-ish, then Timbersaw's ability to take the fight to the Drow Ranger, it's possible, but it's very, very narrow, and we can see Victor already starting to trade hits decently with synergy. Timber Chain is something you have to respect, but now that Mitch has arrived, the wave is going to be shoved in. But the interesting lane is going to be here on the bottom lane. Illusionist is playing a hero that is not really great with no farm. A Slaughter with no Blink Dagger is kind of an underwhelming hero, at least when you compare him to a Slaughter with Blink Dagger. That being said, Massacre is the one who got the farm last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them kind of battling over CS. The thing is that, like, you get maybe, like, upgraded boots on the Slaughter and then have the Jakiro take over from there, but it's kind of narrow. Cole's being dove on the bottom lane. He's going to whip a Cold Snap, start putting some damage into the Queen of Pain. I don't know if it's quite enough. He's going to eat his Fairy Fire. Keanu has a Blink out. However, there's a Sunstrike waiting for him. He's just going to race with the right clicks, blink over to the side. Sunstrike is going to miss, and Keanu's going to draw first blood. That was a stylish kill, to say the least. Very, very close. But that's, Null Talisman opening for the Queen of Pain. Level 2 Shadow Strike does a lot of damage. Invoker's going to return, yes, but the downside of an Invoker is that Sunstrike, as good as it is not really good in those 1v1 duels, especially up against Queen of Pain, who's just like all up in the mobility department in this point in the game. I mean, in that duel scenario. Now with Razevan coming in, he's going to grab a Brain Sap, put some damage into Cole. How much damage, in fact? Is that lethal damage? It might be. They're going to force the Abaddon to teleport in. He's going to eat his Fairy Fire. He'll not die here. But the Abaddon will cancel his TP. And the Invoker is still not safe because Illusionist is right around the corner, literally. And Cole's still taking poison damage. He's going to grab a Salve from the courier, but Illusionist now sees him. Crush. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, Cold Snap. Sunstrike. Illusionist still going to get the kill. Cole is just getting sat on this game. Romania have been breaking even with Cole's Invoker over the course of the past couple of games. They've been, pretty much perfectly trading even. Get even CS and whatnot. doing a little bit better with their OD matchup, but for the most part, they've been doing fine. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this game. Kiana's matchup versus the Invoker is pretty even. Invoker with the Precision Aura from Drow Ranger definitely gets a little bit hairier for the Queen of Pain, but when you add, you know, a Slaughter on top of that and a Bane rotating in, being able to get kills on a low-level Invoker, that's a big game. Invoker, he was previously able to get a pretty quick hand of Midas. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this time. 0, 2, and 0. TP'd out to immediately die. Feels so bad. Their handling of the Timbersaw isn't really going fantastic either. Synergy has 8 CS. I'm not really sure how many of those are pulled creeps and whatnot. Oh, the Radiant's Courier going to get picked off. Where the hell was... I can't even look to see where it is. It was in the middle of nowhere. Raze Van was there. Apologies for missing that one, guys, but that is just not what Team Yugoslavia want right now. They're starting to fall apart, honestly. They don't really have any great spots to... Oh, Victor's in a lot of trouble, although with the Frost Arrows, they're going to get a Gust back on Synergy. Will that silence last long enough? Synergy has another Timber Chain, does not have Whirling Death. Sunstrike is there. Timber Chain will get the kill. He'll actually dodge a Sunstrike with it. And he's now going to salve up. Illusionist going to sprint right on in. Mitch does not have enough mana for another Gust, although it doesn't look like he's going to survive. That was a pretty clutch Timber Chain. I want to say if the Visage, like, he like kind of got stuck here, but if Visage like actually, you know, went through the juke paths, maybe they could have gotten the kill on Timbersaw and kept the Visage alive. But it's Synergy to grab a solo kill on this top lane, despite having 2.5 heroes here, and now he's gonna have a free time to get CS. Level 5 in the Timbersaw was something that probably should have been avoided. It probably would have been avoided should this lane have happened on the bottom lane, because the Drow Ranger and the Visage are on top. Their space to work with is significantly limited. Pulls are risky up against a Timbersaw, to say the least. And you can just swoop right in and start beating down the Visage. And the space is just not working well for them up on top. Timbersaw, because he's got this level advantage already, is pretty much past his weakest point up against this Drow Ranger Visage duo. And now Cole's going to get crushed over in mid. Jumping from Keanu, and he's just going to get obliterated. Oh, geez. This is not looking good for the Radiant side. And Grazine also is kind of hurting down towards bottom lane. Jakira's been left almost completely alone, if not completely alone, for this entire game, and it doesn't seem like it's affecting him one bit. Doesn't have as much CS as the Drow or the Queen of Pain, but man, he's doing just fine regardless of the fact level 5 is up on this Jakiro, and of course now you have level 3 Liquid Fire going for those pushes, at least possible for Mass Carry, but he's dominating the lane. Like, why change with, why mix up what's working? Because clearly this Jakiro is having the time of his freaking life over here. Just keep him over here. Grab a fast mechanism for the team. Maybe free up a little bit of space for Illusionist to grab a fast Blink Dagger, because right now he's got 2 kills to his name, absolutely no CS. Got Tranquils, which isn't terrible, but Blink Dagger seems like it's going to be a long way off unless they get group up, take some towers, or take more kills. Speaking of kills, the cost is not in a good spot right now, because there's a Nightmare into a Crush, into maybe not Ice Path, but a lot of damage from Jakiro, and the cost... Yeah, the only chance he has is actually to TP out, but they don't even have to do that. Oh, Crush looked like it was going to miss, but that's not going to happen. Dual Breath. Grave TP? No. Grave TP would have forced out a Nightmare at least, so he's actually getting a shield from Abaddon. Illusionist is in a position to crush Grazine. This might just be better for Romania instead, because Grazine has a Mistcoil only. Submit Sudoku. Yes, he will kill himself. Dazzle will survive. And then overall, I mean, that wasn't too terrible. They lose the Abaddon, yes, but at least he doesn't die for real. And Romania, they spend a lot of time getting pretty much nothing done. So I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. Kind of. They kind of need a little bit... I mean, Romania are kind of okay with that, but they would love to have the Illusionist get a little bit of free space. It doesn't seem like it's going to be over in the mid lane where he's going to find... Oh, Victor does not want to run into a Queen of Pain, especially Queen of Pain with an Arcane Rune. Victor's going to Grave Chill and just try to run away, but Synergy's going to try to cut him off. Victor's going to try to deny himself. There's a Sonic Wave here, and a lot of pure damage. Synergy actually just didn't do anything there except for scare him. So either way, Visage down 0-5 now for Romania. Romania are just feasting off of these Yugoslavian heroes, and Grazine might be the next one on the chopping block, because Illusionist has Sprint available. Oh, actually no, Queen of Pain left. Queen of Pain is kind of needed for that Abaddon kill. At least needed for it to be super easy. Now, no matter how far behind this draft gets for the Radiant side, they are still working with the Drow Ranger, who has not yet hit her level 6 yet, although we'll have it very shortly. And the amount of damage you can put out, even with the Drow Ranger and a team overall that's underfarmed, is not to be underestimated. We may just see Queen of Pain next time, blinking in, trying to go for a target, it gets shielded or graved or something, and then Keanu's going to get gusted and just destroyed. Because because Queen of Pain usually favors these offensive items over defensive items. Maybe Yule Scepter is preferable for Keanu's item build this game. Would actually be really good. But she wants to go in for Cole. This type of play is not guaranteed to work all the time, but this time it sure as hell will. Sonic Wave is going to get the kill. However, Grazine is going to come around from the side. Miss Coil Shield. Keanu has no blink for 5 seconds, although it does seem like she's fast enough. Illusionist also another crush. Is just trying to scare Grazine, but it doesn't matter. He will deploy it in the end. Keanu's now going to find some safety with Raise Van. Illusionist will get slowed down just a touch, but he's still sprinting, and he still has stick charge. He's going to turn around for a crush into the cost. He wants to fight this one? That seems a little bit bold, because Soul Summon's coming in, although Jakiro's going to break down the trees, make a big entrance onto Grazine and Victor. The dual breath is going to go. The damage over time is legit. Cole's going to arrive. Sunstrike on top of Illusionist will snag the kill there. But now Keanu's going to return, grab a kill on the Visage, now force to the grave onto Lacoste. Damage over time. One more liquid fire is all they need to guarantee this kill. Yes, there it is. And Cole will not be able to help out that much more. Our Ranger in the meantime up towards top getting farmed because Mitch actually can't help out in those situations, at least not substantially. See, those types of plays are going to work for, you know, up to like 25-30 minutes. At a certain point, once the Drow Ranger is going to join the fray, then things get a little bit more dangerous. But until that happens, Romania will be happily farming up with Synergy. Dude's got Soul Ring Point Booster. Wait, does he even have his Soul Ring? Okay. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but yeah, he's going to go for Soul Ring eventually. So Bloodstone is well on its way, and Illusionist, yeah, he did die, but it's 700 gold towards Blink Dagger, and looking at it a little bit more because they're going to find Mitch jump in with the crush. Mitch did get a gust out, and that's what he needs. You can see how much damage Keanu's taking from that, but they just don't have enough heroes here. Synergy's going to make himself be known, and Keanu's now going to pop a regen rune over in the trees. We'll get canceled by Grazine, but another crush is there. Abaddon does not have level 6 right now. Sunstrike is on the Keanu, pretty much on the mark perfectly, but no! He lives at 9 HP, and now the blades are going to fall onto Victor. Another Whirling Death, well, I mean, a Timber Chain not going to connect, actually. Victor is going to get crushed up, beaten down, Brain Sap. He's going to get Graves, so the Visage is not going to get annihilated, but Dazzle sure as hell will. And Victor will fall to 1 right click. Oh, no, maybe 2. He's going to try to get away, but it's not going to happen. Slaughter's going to grab that kill. 1-12. Raise Van is going to not even die to the tower. Good nightmare. Oh, Abaddon's going to try to come in. Sunstrike is right on point. Will grab the kill into the Bane, so at least Invoker gets something. Was getting killed part of your plan, Bane? Doesn't seem like it was. So yeah, Invoker's going to be kind of happy about that. But yeah, for the Radiant side, they're hurting, man. Drow Ranger's damage output is still going to be legit. Still might be enough to race for structures. So Romania, their push is pretty significant with the Jakiro, but you know, racing a Drow Ranger matchup really never is going to work out for the Illusionist. He's going to crush out Lacoste, so much burst damage. He's going to get graved up though. Invoker will grab the kill into the Slaughter with the Sunstrike, I would imagine. Lacoste still has to deal with the big bad dragon though. Liquid Fire is there, will not be enough damage to get the kill now. Mass Carry, and with the Soul Assumption, Ice Path is going to be set up as Mitch is going to arrive. Will not actually stun. Now the Frost Arrow is going to come in. Raise Van and Mass Carry both going to get hit with the Gust. It'll be the Jakiro to fall first. Raise Van stuck in the trees. Where's the Drow Ranger going? She wants to fight with Keanu. No, Mitch is going to fall back and lose the support for his Abaddon. Now the Visage is going to fall. Alright, so Drow Ranger just kind of dodges the fight, I guess. But not in a good way. It's still a lot of gold being given towards the Radiant side. Killing off Jakiro when you're far behind like this, any kill you can get is fantastic. Especially Mitch's survival. Even more so. Should be a Blade of Alacrity coming after him. This is just, okay. Wait, this is all his. Never mind. I was like, is this really just going to be like that? Okay, it's Juan and Yasha component. It's nothing to write home about. But it ain't over till it's over, right? We can see how much damage that Drow Ranger, in theory, is able to put out towards the likes of Queen of Pain. If she had her entire posse there, maybe would have gotten an earlier kill on Queen of Pain. Has she died yet? No, 605. Queen of Pain still sitting pretty. And having Orchid is not going to save her versus that damaged Drow. Yet all that being said, that's the only thing that's really going well for the Radiant side is the fact that they have synergy. You know, not Timbersaw synergy, but like they actually have synergy on their side. And when you have like synergy that works well together, Drow Ranger lineups, minus armor matchups, stuff like that, your effectiveness just skyrockets despite how far behind you may be. But you have to be in the running at some point. They're not out of it just yet, but Romania are in a really good spot to continue this game since Keanu probably isn't going to be going super ham until he finishes up this Orchid. Synergy should have, he doesn't have it yet, but he's very, very close to his Bloodstone. And this is perhaps even more important. Illusionist has his Blink Dagger. 12-minute Blink Dagger on a supporting Slaughter is actually legit, man. Like, this is a very, very fast Slaughter Blink. He's died 3 times. He's gotten quite a few kills for the team, granted. But this is, like, I want to say even a little bit faster than you would expect from an offlane Slaughter. I don't know the exact timings on that, so I can't give you a real number there, but it should be like 13, 14 minutes-ish for average, I want to say. I don't know, but either way, Illusionist got one really quick. And it looks like with this coming up at the same time as Orchid and Mechanism and the Blink Dagger and the Bloodstone, the push is going to be overwhelming here for the Radiant side to deal with. They're going to be forced to fight, and they're just not ready yet. They have no big items. Necrobook is being built up in the Invoker. That's kind of a nice item to have, but man, that's definitely not going to do enough. Grizine's now playing like that full support role, so got 3 supports on the Radiant side. And the Baden isn't posing any threat whatsoever. And Illusionist, his Blink Dagger is still hidden. Here comes a sprint. He's going to land a crush on Mitch. No Blink Dagger needed. Brain Sap is there as well. Meteor is going to come in, do a lot of damage with the Deafening Blast and the Gust back. Everyone from Romania, though, just going to get mech'd up, and they'll be just fine. They lose the Jar Ranger. Victor, also in the damage over time department, will fall. Blink forward. Kiana's going to grab the Abaddon and the Dazzle shortly after. Cole may survive. But you know what? I don't even know if it matters, because that was an overwhelming push. It looked, for a very split second there, like it could have been decent. Like, you land a 4-man Gust Deafening Blast, Meteor, like, those are the things you have to do if you're behind like this. But, you know, Romania, at the end of the day, they just mech'd up from all of that damage, and now they're going to kill your entire base, because they have Liquid Fire. They have a double damage rune still left on the Queen of Pain. I guess maybe there's a defense available here since everyone is back. Victor can dodge the Ice Path. Dual Breath still going to fly through, as will the Poison from Keanu. He's just going to grab the kill, though, and blink out. Synergy, in the meantime, is putting up a wall of steel for Mitch to try to pass through. Grizine's going to dive in a little bit too deep. Blink forward from Illusionist. Going to grab Mitch and Cole in that crush. Mitch is going to get obliterated by the Timbersaw. He does have a buyback. Grizine's going to pop the ultimate just to try to get out of here, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. Illusionist can't land another crush because of the Cold Snap. Keanu's going to jump in, look for Grizine. Another Wild Steel goes up. Synergy, he's way in over his head right now, but he's not going to get bailed out by Illusionist. Looked like it was going to be close. He's going to commit suicide and just leave. And another Magpire is going to drop onto the Abaddon, who's going to get annihilated in the fire. The TP coming in, it's Victor, can't really do anything. Raxus have been taken just 15 minutes in, and Queen of Pain still has yet to die. This is, yeah, not looking good, especially with the next round of items coming up. Timbersaw is going to be right back up again. Blink forward for Mitch, Blink Crush, dead. Jeez, that was Blink Crush Scream, 1 hit from Slaughter, and that's it. Usually Draw Ranger is, you know, prone to being blinked upon. That's like her weakness, right? But that's because she loses her damage and is unable to race. Not because she's going to get obliterated in like literally 2 seconds. If not, that 2 seconds is pretty degenerate. That was actually less than 2 seconds for a kill. And another Blink Crush onto Cole. Blink forward from Keanu. Cole's going to get braved this time. Keanu's going to take some damage, but they have to kill off this Queen of Pain. They need her bounty so badly if they have a chance. Cole, though, needs to also not die in the process. With all of the sustain they have, they may keep Cole alive. No, they won't. Everyone and their mom blinks in. That's going to be Invoker down. Grizine has his ultimate, so he's not going to die just yet. He's going to just wail onto Keanu. Will get the kill onto Slaughter. Deafening Blast. Keanu is going to finally fall, giving up a lot of gold to the Radiant side, but they lose the Visage, and they're forced to buy back on the Invoker for it. It's something, man. It's something. It's probably not enough, but damn, they're putting up a fight. They're not giving up. Never give up, never surrender. Despite the look of the net worth chart and this. You know, this is not what you want to see if you're 16 minutes in. Hell, this is not what you want to see if you're playing a game of Dota ever. So, yeah, they killed off the Queen of Pain. She's dead. Hooray. But she has 1,700 gold. She could actually start just buying bulk items. Not like, you know, items in bulk, but like items for her survivability. Razevan has a freaking Blink Dagger. There's Vlad's on the Jakiro. There's a Yule Scepter on Synergy soon, and a Bloodstone. Okay, so yeah, Roshan, sure, why not go for Roshan? You got the Slaughter, only level 1 amplified damage, but it doesn't really matter. The odds of Yugoslavia contesting this, pretty darn low. And Roshan's actually dropping a lot faster than I thought. Keanu still has a lot of damage, I guess. Level 11 Queen of Pain. There are only 3 heroes in the pit, though, and Yugoslavia are coming in. This is a pretty big opening for the Radiant side, although, you know, all these heroes can just leave, except for Jakiro, I suppose, who blinks. And, well, Familiar's overhead. They know what's up. There's no initiation here for the Radiant side. They're going to see Razevan off to the side. He has a Blink Dagger, though, so he's not going to get caught out of position. Timbersaw is going to arrive. This is not the best place for Timbersaw to fight. The trees are... There's not many options here, but they land a really nice crush. On to 3, Keanu's going to land a nice Scream of Pain as well. No Sonic Waves available. Here comes the Timbersaw. Everyone's going to drop super low. Synergy, though, getting hit with the Gust. He's going to be forced to just bail on out of there. He will die this time. Another crush going to land Acrofire as well. They lose the Invoker, lose the Gyro Ranger. Grazine also going to fall in the grip on Lacoste. Is going to guarantee them 4 kills at least. Victor, the Soul Survivor, he's amplified up and he's going to fall. Keanu is still alive and the Familiars won't be able to kill him off. They lose absolutely everything except for their courier. The Radiant side just got wiped from the face of the earth. Alright, so fighting over here for Timbersaw is a little bit sketchy, because again, the options for trees are you get this tree and then all the other trees are up on high ground, and you don't really want to be dealing with that. Once the fight goes over here, then the options are a lot more plentiful. You pot trees here, here, here. You can actually do things as Timbersaw with your Timber Chain. It was a nice attempt, Yugoslavia. It really, really was, but yeah, that was even a no Sonic Wave fight. Like, come on, that was... If they did have a Sonic Wave there, that was a 3-man crush? Was that a 3-man? I think that was a 3-man crush. Into a 3-man Scream Sonic Wave. That's instantly like 1 hero dead at least. Get all the other spells coming in, and oh geez, that's a lot of deeps. Plus, you know, even if Romania weren't getting gold from these kills, they would still be in a decisive lead right now because they have the pushing draft and they're so far ahead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Like, it really does seem like no matter what happens right now, there's really not much of a chance for the Radiant side to win a team fight unless they land like the most nuts amazing Deafening Blast Meteor of all time and are able to focus down Keanu or Synergy within the duration of that Deafening Blast stun. It's a lot to ask for from a low-level Invoker. They also need to not lose Grazine and Mitch. Blink it from Illusionist. He is going to get gusted and obliterated. There we go. That's part 1. Kill at the slaughter, I guess. They hold their base, but top lane still flooding in with super creeps. Someone's got to go deal with that. Push here is all in mass carry, and they're going to buy back on the slaughter. He wants back into this. Liquid Fire, Shock Room, Victor is going to get hit with an Ice Path. A little bit of damage here and there. The shield will keep him alive. Tower is kind of quaking in its foundations right now. Yeah, the tower is not long for life. That's for damn sure. We still have an Aegis and Queen of Pain, plus a BKB, so she jumps in. BKB actually isn't that great versus the Gyro Ranger matchup. Is, you know, at this point, they need magical damage and physical damage to kill off the Queen of Pain. So it's going to work no matter what. But, yeah, it's fine for Keanu. He's got a double life. Who cares? And, again, top lane is slowly but surely pushing in. The tier 4s are even taking some serious damage. Will the tier 4 die before the tier 3? Probably not, but it's all the structures are dying here. The Radiant side cannot leave their base ever, really. They have no stuns to catch, and no, Ice Path's gonna wall them out from their retreat. Victor's gonna take a lot of damage right now. Not lethal damage just yet. The Orchid won't pop him just yet. He'll get graved up. Illusionist's gonna jump in straight towards Mitch. No more extra damage for the team. As Synergy's also here, and Keanu's just cleaning up in the backline. Double kill, blink forward for a grip onto the Dazzle. Mitch is stuck in a corner, literally with nowhere to go, and he's gonna get swarmed with heroes. Triple kill for Keanu. The Familiars should all fall as well. Victor's gonna buy back just to die again, probably. Like, here comes the big bad strength heroes and Queen of Pain there as well. Run, Victor, run. It's your only hope. Ice Path. Oh, I thought the Ice Path was gonna get killed. It's an ultra kill for Keanu. Good game, well played. Team Romania are going to grab the series 2-0 after, honestly, one very convincing push game. It was this one. But I'm not really sure if this was a push game. This was just like a Slaughter fest. Look at Slaughter dancing in the back. I actually did not realize Slaughter danced when he won. I apparently don't know much about Dota, guys, because Slaughter dancing, I've never seen that before. Maybe I just don't pay attention to that shit, but either way, it's going to be Romania to move onwards. They have a future date with Turkey. I don't really know when that's going to be, but should be in the next 2-3-ish days, something like that. That one should be super interesting, and winner of that goes up to face up against Team Russia. We are done for today, guys. It's been a pleasure casting this series. Well played to team formerly known as Yugoslavia. They did have a hell of a run, finishing 4th. Not bad at all. But they are out right now. I'm Mikelorus. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to, well, watch the last couple of games because the tournament is finally going to be ending in just a little bit. Also follow me on Twitter at Mikelorus, Mikelorus Gaming on Facebook if you prefer that. I'll drop links in the chat and whatnot. And I'll see you guys next time. GG.